There's the man of the moment, Ruud Gullit. 5 goals so far for Sampdoria this season. He's been in splendid form. And of course, David Platt also has slotted in very quickly and very well. Savicevic, we were seeing there of Milan. Key role for him today. And there is David Platt. He's made an impressive start here.
Yes, 4 goals so far. I fancy him to get double figures. I think he's that's his strength, breaking from midfield, linking up with Mancini and getting among the goals. And I think we'll see that tactic today. Also from the likes of Gullit, he'll start off in midfield as well and break. And Lombardo. Contrasting styles. Milan will play 4-4-2. They don't really deviate from that. Maybe change over Laudrup with Donadoni from wing to wing, but otherwise normally 4-4-2.
Simone likely to be the one outright striker for Milan, and he's keeping out Massaro, who's among the substitutes. With Savicevic pushing well forward from the off, wearing the number 10 shirt for Milan. This is Lombardo. Loves to attack and to raid down the right flank. Gullit now. Released by Baresi, who was helped out by Maldini. Maldini, who returned to the Milan side after injury 2 games ago. Sacchetti with his first ever goal for Sampdoria last week in their 3-2 win over Torino. Very exciting game. Let's hope that today's is just as good. Lombardo with the free kick. Vanni, another former Milan player, of course. He's on loan, in fact, to Sampdoria after 16 years with Milan. And I would think in Ivani's case, Liam, it's a question really of getting a regular place to impress Saki with the World Cup games coming up.
Yes, I think that was his intention. He wants to go to America in 1994, and if he's playing regularly, he's got every chance. And I think that's why he chose to move to Sampdoria during the summer. Costa Curta. Plays alongside Baresi at the back. This is Panucci, one of the most highly rated young defenders in Italian football, Panucci. And a versatile one too. He can operate in a variety of positions, but maybe the right back role is the one that Milan have reserved for him. With of course Tassotti now reaching the veteran stage. Costa Curta. Here's Panucci, signed from Genoa back in the summer. First time pass from Baresi, finds Boban. Free kick to Milan. Foul on Donadoni. Player who seems to be recapturing his best form this season, Donadoni. He's won his place back in the Italian side and also in the Milan team, but he was caught in by Manini. Has been such an important player to Milan down the years, Roberto Donadoni, featuring in so many of their successes. To run that one off, I think. Hopefully from Milan's point of view, not too serious. Referee Marcello Nicchi today from Tuscany. Shot went straight into the wall. No damage there. Milan, who've conceded just 2 goals in Serie A so far this season, and those one in each of the last 2 games. Platt to Ivani. Here's Rossi, who's given that one away very carelessly. Simone threading it on, failing though to link with Savicevic. Jump by Gullit. Mancini. The kick with Platt. Has Lombardo ahead of him. Is that handball? Yes, given by the referee. Boban, I think, the offender.
opportunity maybe developing here. Mancini organising the free kick as usual.
Well, it looks as if Hullet is pushed forward alongside Mancini, and certainly Mancini might be looking for him here with this ball into the box, because he has a height advantage over the Milan defence, Hullet.
Ivani is there as well, and he has this marvellous understanding with Hullet, as we saw in the game against Torino, when Ivani supplied the cross for the Hullet goal. Driven through then by Ivani. Now Mancini, flags up. Nothing would have counted there. An alert linesman. Offside.
Yes, and I think he's going to have to be alert, because Milan do play an offside game, and that's the second time already they've pushed out looking to catch people offside.
Lombardo, Mancini, a deflection, and wide for the corner with Hullet waiting in the middle and pleading for service. So a stern examination of Milan in these early minutes. Mancini will take the corner. Hullet being watched there by Maldini. Verkovat is forward too. There was Verkavat's challenge. Punched up though by Yelpo. Milan on the break. Nothing on there for Savicevic. I think claims he was impeded. Play on, says the referee. It's Ivani. Catanets. Albertini. Now Panucci. On for Laudrup. Brian Laudrup starting only his second league game, whilst on loan to Milan from Fiorentina. Very exciting player, Liam, but it's not going to be easy for him to get into the side on a regular basis, is it?
No, it's very, very difficult with the 3-4 rule in Italy, and especially the quality of foreign players that are at Milan. Laudrup is a smashing player. We saw him play ever so well in the European Championships when Denmark won them, but he's had very little opportunity to shine in this squad at Milan.
Ivani, Catanec. Here's Hullet. Catanec taking over, but he was crowded out. Now the referee's in the way. Hullet's got it back for Sampdoria. It's not way of passing. Lombardo. Hullet's got forward. And Milan have pushed up. Platt. And that's what happens. Tactician-in-chief, of course, is Baresi at the back. It all revolves around him. Now swept on by Albertini to Laudrup. Player of tremendous pace, Brian Laudrup. His confidence has been sapped over the past year or so. He didn't really get going at Fiorentina. Something of a surprise move to Milan. Panucci looking for Laudrup and Simone. This is Laudrup. Way by Sacchetti. Not a good clearance though, and Laudrup has forced the corner off Manini. And you would have known his brother Michael well, Liam, of course, from your days in Italy.
Yes, when I was playing in Italy, Michael was playing at Lazio and then on to Juventus, and he's had a tremendous career as well. Brian's got a lot of potential, but if he becomes as good a player as his brother, he certainly will be a star player.
This is the Montenegrin, Savicevic. Not easy to keep his footing there, and it wasn't the best of corners from him. Surface is certainly going to be very slippery. A lot of rain in Genoa, and it's a cold afternoon too. Hullet, who scored 35 times for Milan. Well pleased, I'm sure, with his early tally of 5 for Sampdoria. It would have been 6, but they've taken 1 away from him last week, saying that his header was deflected, which indeed it was. Seemed a bit harsh though. So Hullet with just the one goal against Torino as Sampdoria staged that excellent comeback to win 3-2.
Sampdoria team are having problems playing the ball forward because Milan are rushing out, playing offside. It's difficult for the people in possession to pick men out.
Savicevic was almost picked out then by Simone. Sampdoria, who've been a little bit shaky at the back so far in the campaign. But they have one of the best goalkeepers in the world behind them in this fellow Paliuca. Really has all the top qualities of an outstanding keeper. And for the moment, very much the #1 choice for his country as well, Italy. Here's Vierkovon. Offside against Mancini. Ten minutes gone. Sampdoria 0, Milan 0. Maldini to Albertini. Two of the many internationals on view. Costa Curta, another one. Laid off by Laudrup. Here's Paducci, who's an under-21 international. Costa Curta. Now Baresi. Wide by Simone. Donadoni. Cross it towards Laudrup. And Albertini! Milan ahead. Albertini, who scored last week against Juventus, strikes again. With just coming up to 11 minutes gone. It's Sampdoria 0, Milan 1.
Yeah, great play from Milan. Patiently kept the ball at the back, had Hullet doing doggies in between Baresi and Costa Curta, and then Baresi played a real good ball forward. They got it down the left, good cross in. Laudrup did well to get in there, and it broke to Albertini, and he scored a couple of them this season already.
Oh, a cracking strike by Albertini. And, well, that's the setback for Sampdoria that they hadn't anticipated.
It's a pity we didn't see all that move, Peter, because they must have put 10, 12 passes together. Great football from Milan.
Well, they started with a lot of confidence, Milan. This is Maldini, who I think supplied the cross down that left side. And although Brian Laudrup couldn't finish it off, Albertini did so most emphatically. Laudrup again now. Hounded by Rossi and Ivani. By Panucci, that's Savicevic, and it's squirmed away from him. May have been a linesman's flag. No. Lombardo. No chance for Hullet there. And then Kovacic deceived as well. Laudrup finds Donadoni. Maldini. Milan stroking the ball around. This is Boban, who's really settled in the #8 shirt this season, with Rijkaard having gone, of course. Panucci now. Losing out, though, to Mancini. Sampdoria captain, now he's given it away carelessly to Boban. Laudrup. Has only Simone in support. Albertini. Donadoni. Good anticipation by Sacchetti. This is Manini.
I think that was a Milan throw in there. Manini was lucky to get that, and I think that ball hit him last. Certainly Milan looked the more organised side. They've got the outlets of Donadoni on the left and Brian Laudrup here on the right, and they're using it to good effect, whereas Sampdoria really are going nowhere with their passes.
Maybe they can now. Mancini riding the tackles. He's very strong, Mancini. Held off Boban. Just too long, though, for Kovacic. Free header for Manini. Appeals for offside. No, not this time. Dangerous game, Milan play. Iakovan. Now Ivani to Rossi, the former Brescia player. Platt. Wide to Lombardo. Oh, Baresi's lost it. Mancini! Tremendous save by Ielpo. Oh, fabulous stop.
That's an absolutely brilliant save. Mancini didn't waste time with that. Hit it first time, flying in the corner, and fingertip save from Ielpo. Bad mistake from Baresi. We don't often see him do that.
Really was a lapse in concentration from the Milan captain. Mancini pounced, and he was defied by the astonishing agility of Ielpo. Playing, remember, his first league game for Milan. He has featured in other competitions, and he felt he was going to get a regular place in the side, or at least play more often than he has. Ielpo, but Rossi has remained the first choice. Antonioli is at the club, but he's on the bench today, so he's obviously rated ahead of him. Really ahead of Rossi, although maybe that might change.
Well, Rossi's only conceded 2 goals this season, Peter, so you can see why he's been keeping his place.
Yes, Ielpo can have no cause for complaint. He's champing at the bit to get his chance, and now, well, he's accepting it with both hands so far. It really was an incredible save from Mancini. Here's the Sampdoria captain again, with Hullet hovering, hopefully at the middle. So dangerous in the air, Ruud Hullet.
All Sampdoria's build-up seems to be concentrated down the right. It's strange to see Ivani, a naturally left-sided player. He's playing more or less inside, left half position. And they're depending a lot on getting the ball to Lombardo to take Maldini on.
Mancini chipping through, but he's overhit it. Just hearing of a goal in one of the other games. Lecce 0, Atalanta 1, Maurizio Gantz. That's his 7th of the season. Lecce 0, Atalanta 1. All the scores, of course, as we receive them. And a full round-up at half-time. Umbrellas very much the order of the day in Genoa. This is Rossi. Sampdoria hope he's resolved their problem for the number 3 shirt, the left-back role. He is a genuine left-back. Such a problem position last season. Even Des Walker played there for a while. It's Maldini again keeping an eye on Hullet. At the height of Katanec in there too, but it's won by Baresi. Touch up by Simone. A break for Rossi, or no, Paliuca coming all the way up. Excellent through ball as well, Mancini, and Costa Curta just had the pace on him. That's good defending by Costa Curta.
What a good ball that was. It was flagged offside, but what a good ball that was from Paliuca. You don't often see goalkeepers play through balls like that. Costa Curta showed his pace there.
Terrific vision by the goalkeeper. Donadoni. Savicevic whipping over the cross, a dangerous one too, dealt with by Rossi. There's Platt, just coolly into the path of Manini. My word, Sampdoria have got a match on their hands today. Lombardo knocking it on. Costa Curta just calming it all down. No free kick. Promising start to the game, and Milan ahead thanks to the strike from Albertini. Boban. He says he's studied videos of Rijkaard, his predecessor in the number 8 shirt, just to pick up as many hits as he can from a player he clearly admires so much. Baresi. Measured approach by Milan. Lombardo with the throw. Lazio taken the lead against Udinese, and that's Arend Victor, the Dutchman, who's struck for them. Lazio 1, Udinese 0. Jakovac, little flick on by Platt. Oh, it's Sacchetti off the post! Oh, a shot goal from him last week, and he was nearly there again. Well, they've encouraged him to get forward at every opportunity, and his reward was very nearly an equaliser. Approaching the halfway point in the first half, and, well, Milan were definitely wobbling then. Sacchetti very unlucky.
Yes, Milan ran out and Sampdoria got a good break. It's the second time. First time Baresi made that mistake, and Sacchetti was onto it quickly. Hit the post, had the keeper beaten.
Costa Curta, well, Capello won't be totally satisfied. He's seen his team looking a little uncertain at the back. That error a few minutes ago from Baresi, and now Sacchetti sneaking in to drive the ball against a post, and there's a mistake by Costa Curta. Mancini now. Worked it well to Lombardo, and they've closed it down sufficiently. Away by Costa Curta, good anticipation by Jakovac. Good pace to the game. It's a foul surely then on Laura by Manini. No, the referee saw nothing wrong. Oban is still down. And looking very unhappy that he didn't get the free kick there. Out of your vision, he's gesticulating towards the referee. Looked a foul to me, Liam, I must admit.
Yeah, he came in late, Manini. But the referee's letting the game flow. There's been a lot of mistakes on both sides, passing mistakes, perhaps something to do with the conditions.
Simone, it's a good turn. Sacchetti held him back. Impish figure of Simone. And many people in Italy feel this could be his year, the year he makes the real breakthrough. Certainly seems to be a regular choice now in the Milan side, ahead of Massaro. Savicevic wrestling with Jakovac. Free kick to Sampdoria. Evani. Pratt's continued his run down the middle. This is Lombardo. Outmaneuver though by Maldini, although the referee says it's a foul.
I think it was a needless foul by Manini there. They had Lombardo in a corner. He wasn't going anywhere. And Maldini was a bit rash with his challenge.
Awesome sound echoing around the stadium. The crowd totally immersed in this game. Evani with the free kick. Looked like some pushing there by Catanets. I think that's what the referee has given. It's difficult to contain Catanets. He hangs in the air. Must be around 6'3", 6'4" anyway. But he mistimed that one. Laudrup. Here's the Dane again. And no link up this time with Panucci. Capioli has scored for Cagliari against Torino, so they're now 1 up. Cagliari 1, Torino 0. Capioli the scorer. Baresi for Milan. Rossi, Baresi lunged a leg in. Simone spreading it well to Savicevic. Good vision shown by him. Donadoni. Manini sticking to him. Albertini, who's looked so smooth in possession, Albertini. Donadoni with the cross. And no real height in the middle for Milan.
No, they got a pretty small forward line with Simone and Savicevic up front. But Milan are the better side by far. They're using both wings, whereas Sampdoria are concentrating solely on getting the ball to Lombardo. They've no option out here on the left. And Milan are, I would say, well in control at this moment, but these games can change quickly, Peter.
Certainly they have been careless on at least 2 occasions at the back, Milan. Now, Laudrup. Savicevic has shown for him. Sound defending, though, by Manini. We knew exactly what he was doing. Baresi to pump it forward, and this time it's Milan caught offside. Ironic cheers from the Sampdoria fans.
Now I think it's because the linesman never flagged, but he was just playing the advantage, just to keep the game going.
Yeah, you're right, he didn't flag. And as you made the point earlier, Liam, the referee is doing his best to keep the game flowing, and we must give him credit for that.
Yes, considering the conditions, you're going to get mistimed tackles in these conditions. It's a fair start to this game.
Sinone. Maldini. Generally regarded as the best left-back in the world. Here's Donadoni. And away from Sacchetti. Laudrup. Oh! Superb finish by Michael Laudrup. I thought he'd lost his chance there. But he coolly steered it into the corner, and Milan take a 2-0 lead.
Yes, Peter, we're talking about the width. Again, Donadoni's got the ball down the left. He's taken Sacchetti out of the game. Real good cross. Broken to Laudrup. His control lets him down first of all, but he didn't make any mistake with his finish. He sent Pagliuca the wrong way.
And it was brilliant work down the left to set it up from Donadoni. And there, the bemused figure of Pagliuca. Sampdoria 2 down. Well, they were behind, of course, against Torino, and they came back last week. Here's Mancini. No, offside. An explosive start by Milan, who've been playing such purposeful football to deservedly take this 2-goal advantage.
They've got so many options, Peter. Both full-backs will come forward. Panucci here on the right, Maldini on the left. They've got Donadoni out wide on the left. They've got Laudrup out wide here on the right, and they can spread the play.
Jakovac to Ivani. Costa Curta has come across. Block throw by Rossi to Ivani. And it came off Jack Panucci. Trouble at the back again, doesn't fall for Mancini. Baresi tries to scramble it away. Catanets can't get a shot in. Black loses out. This is Simone. Closed down quickly by Sacchetti. The flag's up. Lombardo indignant, so is Mancini. The referee doing his best to calm down Mancini, who's really hyped up by the occasion.
Yeah, he can get rather irritable, Mancini, especially when things aren't going his way. But it must be a nightmare for a linesman when he has to run the line against Milan, because they're in and out so quickly. They vacate the area as soon as the ball goes to the other end of the pitch, and it's not easy for the linesman to make these split decisions.
Be better off giving the flag to Baresi. Let him do it, will he? He runs it all. Oh, they're in trouble again. Another tangle. Mancini, and away from Donadoni. Platt's come forward. This is Platt now, on for Lombardo. Not too long.
Yeah,
the organiser-in-chief, Franco Baresi.
He's been known to referee 1 or 2 games as well.
He almost defies the linesman not to raise his flag. Of course, got in trouble in the match against Juventus last week, Baresi, giving away the penalty for his shirt tug on Roberto Baggio. And as we've said before, Liam, if he does get himself into difficulties, he'll resort to anything, Baresi.
Yes, he can be quite callous in the tackle as well if his man is getting away from him. And sometimes the referees are a little bit intimidated by his reputation, and he gets away with a lot more than some other players would get away with. But having said that, he is a fantastic footballer. He's been a fantastic footballer for the last 10, 12 years. He's been the cornerstone of this Milan team.
On this side today, I've put two past this man, Paliuca. Albertini and Laudrup with the goals. Sacchetti. Now Hullet hasn't really been able to influence the game so far, Ruud Hullet. Not as much as Sampdoria would have liked anyway. As Rossi there is beaten by the pace of the ball off this skiddy surface.
Well, Sampdoria's passing in midfield hasn't been the best, and they haven't really been able to get the ball to Hullet and to Mancini in good areas. That's something they'll have to improve on. Now, David Platt hasn't really been in the game, and Catanets really is a fetcher. He's not known for his creativity. Ivani will have to get his foot on the ball.
It's all going to plan for the moment for Milan. Super's getting to the same ball there. Catanets at Rossi. A real breakdown in communication. Laudrup threatening to use his pace to good effect. And that's good covering by Lombardo. Sacchetti. Hullet. Sacchetti. This is Manini. Sacchetti again. Bullet in support on this right-hand touchline. Milan will be relieved he's not in the middle. Mancini. Now, could Hullet fashion something here? He's run the corner. Maybe a little fortunate. What do you think of it?
Absolutely. I think Baresi will be seeing that linesman at half-time.
Mancini with the corner. Catanets has parked himself on the edge of the 6-yard box. Didn't reach him though. Simone with a header around. One of the smallest men on the field. Away by Boban to Simone. That'll be a Milan free kick. Laudrup. What a fillip that goal have given him. His first for Milan. Albertini sprays it wide. Savicevic. Now Donadoni. Again, menacing figure down the left. Oh, Boban losing out. Off goes Ivani. Hullet. Tried to knock it on to Mancini, but to no avail. One in the air by Vierkavod. It goes Albertini. Catanets though will run it back, and it's now Sacchetti. Lombardo. Hullet. Shaking off Baresi. But not a lot. So cool and commanding, Baresi. Savicevic to Albertini. This is Laudrup. Bonucci. Laudrup. Threaded on for Simone. Got the number of passes they're stringing together here, Milan. Good run too by Maldini. Just trying to help it on towards Simone, and the whistle has gone in favour of Sampdoria, but another flowing move by Milan.
Yes, and what a good game Brian Laudrup is having out here on the right. I've never seen him play this position before. If he plays wide, he normally plays outside left, cutting in. But he's been asked to fill this role for Milan today, and he's doing it very, very well.
And a yellow card for Costa Curta for the foul on Ruud Gullit.
Well, they're certainly steaming into Gullit. There's no love lost here. Maldini's been into him, Baresi's been into him.
Yeah, went right through it there. Vierkavod.
That was a bad ball from David Platt there, really. Sampdoria have had very little from their midfield, and if they're going to get a goal, Platt and Vani have got to get a grip on this midfield and try and get some service into Gullit and to Mancini. Definitely winning the midfield battle by far, the Milan team.
Roberto Baggio has scored with a penalty for Juventus. That's at home to Genoa. It's his 6th league goal of the season. He's got a few in the cups as well. Roberto Baggio for Juventus. Up in 3rd place, Juve. On by Boban. Here's Gullit. Foul by Boban. He just nicked his legs. Well, he would have expected he would come in for some pretty careful attention today, and it's certainly proving the case. Manini with the free kick. Less than 10 minutes of the first half to go. Gullit. Still no way through for Sampdoria. This is Sacchetti. Oh, Paliuca would have been stranded there if there'd been a mishap. Sacchetti. Oh, it's a dreadful ball out, and the flag's up. Oh, lucky to get away with that.
Paliuca, he's a great shot stopper. He is prone to making some strange decisions, and that was one there when he came charging out of the goal when Manini was in possession of the ball, and then a bad ball.
Another one too, though. Savicevic offside. I think he was inspired by his earlier pass when he sent that one through.
I think it's gone to his head, Peter.
Gatanes. Here's Gullit. Trying to get something going now for Sampdoria. Gatanes. Gullit taking over. Savicevic. Oh, beautiful skill. Touched on by Albertini, and Sacchetti was there to tidy up at the back for Sampdoria. Gullit from a deep roll now. Sampdoria, who achieved the double over Milan in their Scudetto season back in '91, but since then, Milan have done the double twice over Sampdoria. Mancini. Well, he spotted the run of Lombardo, but so had the Milan rearguard.
We can't really stop Mancini from doing those things because that's what he's best at. He's very, very imaginative, and he can get people in with his quick thinking. Sometimes it goes astray like that, but he can open defences up.
Mancini with 3 goals so far in Serie A this season, and 15 in the last campaign. His best ever tally in the top flight in Italy. Sampdoria 0, Milan 2. Don't challenge though by Rossi. This is Ivani. So anxious to impress against his former club. Goes it through his current club really, as he's only on loan to Sampdoria. Ivani. David Platt working hard, but he's been penalised for the foul on Maldini. Baresi. Here's Panucci. Late tackle by Catanets on Albertini. He wants to get on with it, but too quickly for the referee's liking.
Yeah, I think he's on his last warning now, Catanets. That's about 4 or 5 fouls he's committed, and really he should have gone in the book by now.
Boban. Al Laudrup. Good first half from him. Ivani's tackle. It's Mancini who collects. Long run by Lombardo. Well checked though by Maldini. Baresi now. This is Donadoni. Just to remind you, Parma ahead of Milan at the top of the table, only on goal difference. Both teams with 14 points. Parma playing tonight away to Inter. Juventus have 13, so does Sampdoria. Inter are on 12. Savicevic struggling to reach the pass. This is Sacchetti, who earlier hit a post. Laid off by Mancini to Catanets. Sacchetti has license to go forward. Sacchetti. Vierkovan. Savicevic couldn't control it though. Oh, saw that one out. Well, thankfully neither player injured in that collision with the boards there.
Milan is such an organised side, Peter, that Sampdoria have difficulty going anywhere with the ball really, and they've persisted in going down the right. They haven't attacked once down this left-hand side. And really, I'll say it again, that they have to open it up and stretch the Milan back four if they're going to get any joy. They've persisted in playing long balls like that, and it's not really getting them anywhere.
Well, that won't extend them at all. Really have got their act together in the first half, Milan. Two number 5s, of course, both in contention for a role alongside Baresi in the Italian national team. Vierkovan here and Costa Curta of Milan. The last side named by Arrigo Sacchi had Costa Curta in the role, but Vierkovan was injured. So the place presumably is still wide open. Prodded forward by Laudrup. Sacchetti was there, and he's given it away to Simone. Donadoni wants it out wide. Wasted opportunity there by Simone. This didn't go down too well with Donadoni.
In fact, the Milan front two haven't really played that well. It's the wide players who are doing it for them. They've been their outlets. Laudrup and Donadoni. They've created the chances.
Well, the two shots at goal that have counted have produced goals. And they certainly have an outstanding record for striking at goal, Milan. More strikes at goal last season than any other side. Second, in fact, for Pescara, surprisingly enough. And I think they scored from one of them.
Ray will be pleased about that.
That's our researcher, great big Pescara fan. Panucci. Savicevic, glorious pass to Donadoni. As we move into the last minute of the half. Well, Savicevic was lurking at the far post.
Yeah, that was better from Savicevic. He turned well and spread the play out to Donadoni again. Seems to have the freedom of that left-hand side. Nobody picking him up. Lombardo was nowhere to be seen. And a good cross in that Bergwood managed to head away for a corner.
Savicevic on his favoured left foot. And harmlessly away from Sampdoria's point of view for a goal kick. Well, Eriksson changed things around at half-time last week to great success, Liam. I wonder what he's going to say this time.
Well, he has to do something, but it's not easy against this team. You have to hold your hands up and say the personnel might change in the Milan side, but they're still very, very organised, still very efficient.
Here's Hullet now, then down for Lombardo, and it's squirmed away from him. The half-time whistle and a half which will give a great deal of satisfaction to Milan, who lead by 2-0. Albertini with the first on 10 minutes, and then Brian Laudrup with the second on 25. They lead Sampdoria 2-0 at half-time. We'll be back after the break.
Welcome back to Genoa. The score between the two teams, Sampdoria 0, Milan 2, and it's half-time. As you can see, the team's off in the dressing rooms. Time now regular as clockwork for us to race through the half-time scores from around Serie A, and they are as follows. Cagliari 1, Torino 1, Capioli scoring for Cagliari, Torino answering with a Salensi penalty. Foggia 0-0 with Cremonese. Juventus 1-0 up against Genoa, Roberto Baggio getting his 6th goal of the season on a penalty. Lazio 2, Udinese 0, Winter and Signori, the scorers for Lazio. Lecce 0, Atalanta 1, Gantz getting his 7th goal of the season, going clear into the lead in the Capocannonieri standings. Piacenza 1, Napoli 1, Pape and Bia, the scorers there. Reggiana a 0-0 draw so far with Roma. And of course, Sampdoria 0, Milan 2, with goals from Albertini and Laudrup. And Inter and Parma, of course, playing tonight at the San Siro. Well, with the half-time still underway, it's time for us now to take the return of our competition. On offer, a chance for you to come out to Italy and join me at a Serie A game, if you can select correctly our goal of the month.
Well, now's your chance to win an Alitalia Italia Tour trip to a top Serie A game. 2 winners so far this season. Your chance now to join them to see Lazio play Milan in February. Look at these October golden goals. Match your top choice with Paul Gascoigne's and you could be on your way. Remember, we want your top choice from those just shown. When you've decided, drop us a card to Goal of the Month, Football Italia, P.O. Box 1881, London W10 6ZP. The first card picked out next Friday that matches Gazza's choice wins that fabulous trip to Rome. And that address again. Goal of the month, Football Italia, P.O. Box 1881, London W10 6ZP. Good luck.
Welcome back to Genoa. The score, Sampdoria 0, Milan 2. Now, Joe Jordan's been watching the game with me up here in the in our little presentation nook. Joe, what do you reckon? Sampdoria started out at such a flying pace, and then Milan happened to them.
Well, I think the difference is the goals, isn't it? It changes every game, but Milan had a couple of chances which they've taken. Sampdoria had a couple of opportunities. One was saved by the goalkeeper, a tremendous save, but there was another couple of opportunities where they could have scored a goal, and they never took them. I think, you know, Milan recovered, they got themselves out of trouble, and from that, they built upon it, and they scored. The first goal was a great goal, a great run by Maldini down to the bottom, a great cross, and there was Albertini coming in and put it in the net. And it's all about goals, and once they got a goal in front, they got a grip of the game, and they haven't looked back so far. And as the position stands at the moment, it's going to be very difficult for Sampdoria. What
hope is there for Sam? Because they did, as I say, start off so well. The luck wasn't with them. What can Eriksson do to change things around in half-time? He managed to come back from a deficit last week. Is there anything you can do against Milan when they're 2-0 up against you?
Well, a team as professional as Milan is, we've got to say it's going to be very difficult for them. But as happened last week, you know, they came back and had a tremendous second-half performance. And that's what they'll be looking for again. I think the formation he's put out, he's put Hullet a little bit further forward than he has normally done. In previous games, Hullet's had a more free role. This week, he's been playing right up front, and it's not really worked for him, I don't think. And also David Platt, I think he's been a little bit quiet, and I think he's been playing in a position which is preventing from him to getting into the box. And I think they've got to give those two players in particular a little bit more freedom and utilise the characteristics of those players.
Okay. Well, I think a lot of people around Italy will be hoping that things do go a lot better for Sampdoria in the second half. Let's now return to our commentary team, Liam Brady and Peter Brackley.
Thank you, James. And thanks also to Joe Jordan there for his thoughts on the first half. Liam, what hopes do you have now for the second half?
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see if Eriksson changes the Sampdoria tactics. Really, they haven't created anything at all. Baresi's mistake let Mancini in for that shot that Yelpo saved, and then it was a break of the ball really that got Sacchetti in when he hit the post. And they haven't been going anywhere with their passes. They've faced this wall of red shirts that Baresi is commanding, organising, and they haven't been able to open Milan up at all. Having said that, I think Joe got it right that it's all about chances, and Milan took theirs.
And we certainly have admired their cohesion so far, and that was very evident on the goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're on about the 10th pass now, 10th, 11th pass. Maldini, great run down the outside. Bit fortunate, got a deflection there off Lombardo, broke to Albertini later, and he made no mistake. And it was something, the second goal, this is the second goal. I said, no, this is still the first goal. Fortunate break to Albertini, but he knocked it away, whereas Mancini didn't. This is the second goal, something similar. Ball comes right across. Laudrup didn't panic, took it inside and sent Pagliuca the wrong way.
Great work by Donadoni down the left, and it did seem that Laudrup had lost his chance there for a moment, but that's a cool piece of finishing. And Pagliuca sent the wrong way.
Well, how many times do you see that happening in football, Peter, when a shot goes through a defender's legs and really the goalkeeper's inside that he can't do anything about it?
Well, Pagliuca was very much the hero in midweek in the Italian Cup win that Sampdoria had. Some 3 saves he made in the penalty shootout that enabled them to get through to the next round. But he was well beaten there on those 2 efforts from Albertini and Laudrup. And at this stage, it's hard to see Sampdoria coming back from this.
Well, you never know. As Joe said last week, they had a tremendous comeback in Turin, and if they can get an early goal, you never know. But certainly they've got to be more inventive with their passing and give the Milan defence more to think about.
Put it down from Ruud Gullit. This is David Platt. Fairly quiet first half of David Platt, but really is a tribute to the way that Milan are playing. So organised. Teamwork very much their forte. And they've been straight on to Gullit at every turn, haven't they?
Yes, they've been very quick to tackle. The midfield players all chase back and very quick into the tackle. And the Sampdoria players haven't had much time on the ball at all. That's where you need somebody who's got the craft and inventiveness to open them up. And they don't seem to have that in the middle of the park, Sampdoria. So I was going to say, they've got David Platt, really, who's a runner from midfield. He's not known for his passing ability, although he's capable, but he's not a schemer by any means. And Katanec, as I said, is a player that is more concentrated on his work rate, winning the ball. And Vani has hardly been in the game.
That was a nasty clash there. I thought he caught his head for a moment then, Manini. He was clutching his arm. So hopefully that's not too serious. He's a sturdy, combative player, Manini. Still hoping to be part of the Italian national team too in the run-up to the World Cup. Lost his place for the moment though. Young Panucci of Milan is the man many people feel is being penciled in for the right-back role in the future in the Italian national team.
Well, he's had a bank holiday today, Panucci. He's had hardly anybody taking him on. He's had a free roll down that right side. And he's looked very accomplished, but he hasn't been under pressure at all.
Donadoni, outstanding for Milan in the first half. Forward by Rossi. Gullit looking pretty disgusted. Boban. On by Donadoni for Simone to chase. Here's Sacchetti. And off Donadoni for Sampdoria throw. Sampdoria, the highest scorers in Serie A, along with Juventus before today. Juve ahead at half-time, so in fact they've overtaken Sampdoria now. But they've been conceding far too many as well, Sam. 13 now they've let in. Milan in contrast, just 2. Vyakovon planting it forward. There's only Ivani out there though, no real chance of him getting it in the air. Mancini. Anini to Sacchetti. Gullit. Trying to chest it down into the path of David Platt. And away come Milan again. Panucci. Still an elegant player. Wide by Simone to Donadoni. Really has given Milan width down this left side. Taking on Lombardo. Support from Maldini. And the cross too long for Savicevic.
Milan managed to change the play so well. They get in a position there with Panucci and Laudrup down the right-hand side, and all of in 2 passes he's got the ball. Donadoni's got the ball on the left, and that really has been their strength today.
Ivani with Manini. And could control it, helped out there by Mancini. Searching for Lombardo. On by Katanec. Out by Baresi. Savicevic appealing in vain for a free kick, but Laudrup's in possession anyway for Milan. Accelerating forward, well-timed tackle though by Rossi. Off comes Ivani to Platt. Katanec. Too easy for Costa Curta. Laudrup. On by Savicevic. Out goes the flag. Offside against Simone. Rossi. Free-header really for Paresi. Now Panucci, the pressure from Mancini. Sacchetti. Nowhere near Ruud Gullit.
Well, that long ball hasn't troubled the Milan defence at all. And really, the two best players for Milan, for Sampdoria, are Mancini and Gullit, and they've got to get them on the ball. They're not finding them at all.
Well, they certainly don't feel they have to rely on Gullit. Paliuca was saying before the game, this isn't just Ruud Gullit's Sampdoria. His arrival, of course, has strengthened the side considerably, but in this team we have 9 internationals. This is Donadoni. Could cross it to, well covered by Paliuca. Smothered it well. Mancini beaten in the air. Here's Catanets with Ivani out wide.
He's had a poor game, Catanets. That summed it up really there. Very simple pass to Ivani on the left, and he didn't manage to do that.
Andreas Möller has scored for Juventus, so they're now 2 up against Genoa. Baggio with a penalty in the first half, and now Andreas Möller has got another one. Catanets tangling with Panucci. Ivani, away by Panucci. He's had injury problems, shaken those off to claim a place in the side. Savicevic playing it through, there's no offside. Laudrup, poor service though, with Simone waiting in the middle.
You've got the Sampdoria players complaining about this linesman now again.
Well, it's a dodgy game to play, and it did look offside, I must confess, but he didn't think so.
Well, it's difficult because Sampdoria playing with more or less 3 centre-backs, Manini, Sacchetti and Verkowood. And it's not like Milan playing in the line, so they've got to get it exactly right. I don't know whether they got it right there. For the linesman, they didn't anyway.
Savicevic to take the corner. He's got a great left foot, this fellow. Maldini has come forward to pose a threat, very strong in the air. Savicevic taking the kick, Albertini spoons it high wide of Hansen. What a key player he has become for Milan, Albertini, and indeed for the Italian national team too.
Yes, when you consider he's only 22, he's a tremendous player. And you were saying, Peter, earlier on that Boban has been watching videos of Rijkaard. Well, he's played exactly like him today, hasn't he?
Very effective, Boban. So Genoa have had a player sent off now against Juventus, Corrado. So they're in real trouble. 2-0 down and down to 10 men. Even worse, it's now 3-0. Another goal for Baggio. It's 2 for him. Ivani hoping to link up with Rossi. Failing to do so. Panucci. Throw taken quickly. Albertini. Here's Savicevic. Wide of him was Donadoni. The pass was pretty awful. Now Sampdoria are going to make a switch. May well be Bertarelli they're going to bring on, another striker. I think they've got to do something, or this game will be beyond them. Here's Bertarelli to replace Rossi. So they're putting on another attacking player, hoping to be more positive, Liam.
Yes, but it'll be interesting now down this right-hand side who's going to pick Laudrup. Who's going to mark Laudrup? They've obviously got to commit men forward, but they've got to be careful not to get caught in the break as well.
Another goal from Milan will certainly seal it. Still very much in control of this game, Milan, the champions, going for a third successive title and unbeaten so far in Serie A this season. Lombardo turned neatly. One by Vierkevord. Milan streaming out, no flag. Here's Hullet. Good tackle though by Laudrup. Still Hullet. His strength took him on. And the header, it's gone in! It's squeezed in the corner. Canonets. And suddenly from nowhere, well, a bit like last week really, Sampdoria are back in the game.
Well, you can never speak too soon, can you? Another break. Laudrup managed to get, or Hullet managed to get the ball on the left. Good ball in. The first time really they've got men in the box. Good cross in. Catanets has flicked it into the far corner. We talked about his height earlier on.
Here's Hullet now to stay with this attack. Catanets, the goal scorer. It's such a long spell out through injury. Only returned last week, Catanets. Still struggling really for full match fitness. On by Bertarelli. Here's Platt. Be the goalkeepers. You're saying, Liam?
Well, Milan again are looking at the linesman, and I don't know. For that goal, I felt Hullet was offside. They ran out. The ball broke to Hullet, and he seemed to be yards offside. But the referee let them play on, and the linesman let them play on. And really, they hadn't created anything up till then, and it's been a bit like in the first half. They got a break, but finally they've taken a chance.
And there were actually 3 Sampdoria players looking to attack the cross as well. And it was Catanets who applied the finishing touch most decisively. And you do feel that's an area they might just be exposed, Milan, with the height of Catanets and Hullet coming in too. And Vierkevord, I think, was the third player. Hullet, of course, who supplied the cross. Mancini has got the Sampdoria fans cheering now. Elegantly through, well read though by Maldini, now Donadoni. Platt. Donadoni. Look at the determination there on the face of David Platt. The team are back in with a fighting chance now. Laudrup rifting past Bertarelli. Well tight tackle there by Catanets. Only played 4 games last season, Catanets, mainly because of injury. Talking about him, gave him a lift, Liam, I think.
Yes.
Gave him a G up. Look through the middle. Shepherded back though by Baresi, at least allowing the ball to run through.
Well, they've altered it slightly now, haven't they? Bertarelli coming on. I think they've placed Mancini deeper so he can get on the ball and maybe make passes to Hullet. Bertarelli. He's playing a midfield role now, Mancini.
Bertarelli was up front then, hoping to profit from Ivani's pass, but here's Laudrup creating damage at the other end. Situation though well read by Manini, now Mancini. Catanets ahead of him. Structured by Boban. Up Well, you see how he can protest at that.
No, absolutely not. They stood in the way.
About an hour now. Sampdoria 1, Milan 2. Bonucci will have in pursuit. He's certainly prepared to chase that one, Ruud Gullit. Bjerkavant to steer it back. Kolivanov has scored for Foggia, so they now lead Cremonese by a goal to nil. Foggia 1, Cremonese 0. This is Bertarelli, tumbled over by Boban. Shaping into an excellent game now, this one. We can promise you one next week as well. Milan versus Inter, the big Milan derby, live on Channel 4, 1:30 kickoff. Mancini curling it over. I think the whistle's gone. Hard to hear with so much noise in the stadium. Canonet's complaining bitterly now. Temper's beginning to flare. Mancini, needless to say, having a few liras worth.
Well, that ball went, as far as I could see, that ball went straight out, and it was a Milan throw-in, but the referee took his time in giving the decision, and this is what upset Mancini. What do you think, Peter?
I think he's given a decision there, look. Everybody's stopped anyway. Hard to see. I think there's a yellow card for Mancini anyway, in the midst of all that.
Well, Joe Jordan was saying at half-time that goals change games, and certainly Milan don't look nearly the team they were prior to conceding this goal. They look a bit ragged now, and Sampdoria gets on top.
Lombardo! There's certainly no room for complacency from Milan. Sampdoria, different side now. And just listen to the noise in the stadium. Ivani with the corner. Lombardo would have preferred it on the other foot, I think. And that was Sacchetti failing to keep it down.
Yeah, I was saying Milan look a bit ragged now. They're not making the passes they were. There's more urgency to Sampdoria's game. And I think we could be in for a really spectacular last half hour. I hope so anyway, Peter.
Well, Mancini, the captain, is certainly fired up for this game. He was saying beforehand, Milan don't have the players they used to. Their main strength is playing as a team, but they don't have the individuals now. I think there's some substance in what he's saying. Of course, one of those outstanding individuals is now playing for Sampdoria. Ruud Gullit. Black with the header back. Up towards Gullit. Bertarelli went for the same ball. Lack of communication, but Bertarelli showing he's prepared to fight for it. Whacked in the end by Baresi. Massaro will come on now for Milan.
Yeah, it looks as if Simone's going off. No, it's Sapezovic.
Nobody can ever agree how to pronounce Savicevic's name, so it's just as well he's gone off. I've heard so many different versions, I've given up. Saro is on anyway. Sacchetti. Up towards Gullit. Canonets. That was almost in there. Touch off by Canonets, who's certainly showing more positive qualities in the second half. Down by Lombardo. Much more purpose about Sampdoria now. On from Canonets, there's no flag, is there? Yes. Couldn't see it for a second. Looks a bit like Lombardo, doesn't it? Lombardo always caught.
Maybe that's why the Milan defence are getting confused, Peter.
Donadoni, out by Manini. Almost halfway through the second half. Bullet now, a shooting chance. And Maldini just enough to put him off, and it nearly squirmed into the path of Bertarelli.
Yeah, very quick into the tackle there, Maldini. Hullet was just setting his sights. But Bertarelli was free on the left, and the ball very nearly broke to him.
Ivani with the corner. Jakobov was shaping up for a shot. Here's Sacchetti. The danger on the break as Massaro goes sprinting forward. Aliuka retaining his composure. Manini.
I'd say he likes to play out in the five-a-sides, Pagliuca. What do you reckon, Peter?
Yeah, definitely. Mancini trying to link things together now. Cool anticipation, though, by Baresi. Massaro. Always a danger when he comes on, Massaro. Doesn't start too often now for Milan. But a regular goal scorer. Laudrup got the second goal for Milan after Albertini had given them the lead. Over by Panucci. Manini away. Cantonets. Panucci. Now Laudrup. Really does have exceptional pace, Brian Laudrup. And I think we all look forward to him making an impact in Italian football.
Yes, let's hope he gets the possibility. It's not going to be easy for him, is it? When Papan comes back, you wouldn't know which way Capella's going to go.
There's a fella called Van Basten waiting in the wings too when he's recovered from injury. Might be a while yet, though. The news of Van Basten, he's still got a long way to go, but he certainly hopes to be playing by the end of the season. Pumped forward by Costa Curta towards Massaro, and that slip was costly. Now Hullet on the charge with Baresi. Oh, surely a shot then by Hullet. It would have been mayhem if that had been allowed to stand if he scored there. Two old sparring partners. Two old teammates, of course, from their Milan days together. Very friendly.
No, I don't know. I think Hullet has a bit of a point there. I don't think there was too much of a push. Yeah, I think Baresi dived.
Really? All right, then. Simone, Massaro. Milan know they can't relax. The lead is too precarious, too slender. Mancini. Hullet. Offside. But it continues to be a dangerous game that Milan are playing.
That's right, but it's made a big difference now to Sampdoria's play with Mancini dropping deep and picking up the ball, because he can really pick players out. He can pass the ball.
They're certainly taking a risk, just relying on Lombardo's brother, the linesman, to come to their rescue every time. Panucci. Massaro's up there with him. On a back cross in. Here's Donadoni. Disappointment in the middle for Simone.
Yeah, well, Lombardo did well there. He held Donadoni up well. He didn't dive in. Donadoni likes to defend and commit himself, and then he just skipped past, but Lombardo did very, very well.
This is Lombardo now. Baresi. Now Platt taking over. Good work there by Boban. Jakobov keeping a careful eye on who just held him off then, I think. That's the way the referee saw it. Viavani with the free kick. Just too far for Hullet. Platt back in again, then Mancini. In goes David Platt. Still Platt. Down goes Mancini. And he's given it. He's given the penalty. "20 minutes to go, and Sampdoria have got a penalty for the shove, if it was a shove, on Mancini." Liam?
Well, I'd like to see it again, Peter. I really don't know. These Italians are so very good at going over the slightest touch and they're down. I think Costa Curta did have hold of his arm, but Mancini didn't need too much coaxing there. He was down like a light.
Drama in the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. Yelpo in his first league game for Milan, facing now Roberto Mancini, the captain of Sampdoria. He's been successful with 1 penalty kick so far this season in the league. How is he going to fare this time? Here's Mancini's kick. It's there. It's 2-2. And Sampdoria are back on level terms.
Yeah, what a great comeback. What a great substitution by Eriksson. It's made all the difference. Bertorelli going up there with Hullet. 2 big guys up front. Mancini coming deep, making passes. And it was a penalty because Milan didn't do too much complaining. I think Costa Curta knew that he pulled his arm and he went over quickly, Mancini. So I think the referee was right, Peter.
What a game we have now. Mancini, his 4th goal of the season. And an invaluable one to put his team level. Up by Catanets. An unbelievable atmosphere now in the stadium. Milan, for looking so comfortable, looking so much in control, have had their lead erased.
Yes, they can't get hold of a ball. The 2 front men, Massaro and Simone, are not holding the ball up. They're not getting it wide to Laudrup and Donadoni as they did first half. But I hope Sampdoria don't settle for a draw now. I hope they really take it to Milan because they can win this game and they could go top of the table.
That is their big incentive, to go top. Milan have been there so often, of course. I think they've been either top or joint top, Milan, for over 70 games now. Sampdoria, of course, the champions in '91. And although they're playing down their prospects of winning the Scudetto again this season, in their heart of hearts, they know they have a chance. And they certainly have an opportunity to win this game. Roberto Mancini now, lining up the free kick. Concern on the face of Yelpo in the Milan goal. Here's Mancini. Well, it got through, but it was pretty tame. Who's your money on now, Liam?
I'm frightened to say, Peter. Certainly Sampdoria have the initiative.
Albertini, was that a foul then on Simone?
Yes, he's given it.
Albertini with the free kick. Sampdoria has turned to defend after some serious attacking, which has brought them back to 2-2. In by Albertini. Catanets, I think it was, who got it away. Donadoni fires it on, and Massaro really needed a touch.
Yeah, I think Catanets was still in there. Catanets made a great defensive header, but fell over as he made it, and he was playing Massaro onside. Massaro, unfortunately, just couldn't reach it.
Just the 2 starts this season, Massaro, but he got the winning goal against Genoa. In case you missed the news earlier, Papan out of the side today because of illness. He's had a temperature throughout the week, high temperature. Massaro, Albertini, Milan rolling forward. Laudrup taking on Ivani. Manini is there though for Sampdoria. Manucci with Boban. No offside. And who's back there helping out? Mancini.
Yes, Mancini played him on. He was last man.
It's now Cagliari 2, Torino 1. Valdez with a second goal for Cagliari. That's 7 for him this season. Well, he's looking pretty annoyed, no wonder, with his team squandering this 2-goal advantage. And as I said at half-time, Liam, I could see no way back for Sampdoria.
No, but they got that break of that goal and they'd looked the better team in the second half, and as we said, Eriksson did make a very good substitution. It's changed the whole pattern of the game.
Boban. The arrival of Bertarelli has certainly made a difference. Bertarelli, who was chosen to stay in the summer at Renato Busso's expense. A regular substitute really last season, Bertarelli. And he's featured 4 times as a sub in this campaign as well. This is him now. Bundled over, but it's a free kick to Milan. Chancellor looking rather bemused. The pace is fast and furious on this wet surface. Albertini. Manini with Lombardo. That was careless, picked up by Boban. And he spotted Laudrup away to his right. This is Laudrup now. Past Ivani rather easily, and the header from Massaro just over the bar. Good build-up then by Milan.
Yes, they've got Ivani now, of course, Sampdoria playing left back. And Laudrup really took him out of the game there. I don't think it was ever going to trouble the header, it was ever going to trouble Pagliuca. But Sampdoria have just dropped the pace a little, and Milan have come back into it. You wouldn't know which way this was going to go.
Ivani's long ball headed on by Hullet. Mancini delicately through. Here's Hullet. Oh, cracking goal, and Sampdoria are 3-2 up. What a transformation in this game.
Well, that's what we talked about, Peter. We said Mancini could make the passes, and he's picked Hullet out splendidly. The linesman didn't flag. Milan have paid a penalty again. This offside game. Great ball by Mancini, and what a finish by Hullet. We've seen him do that so many times. Smash that ball into the far corner.
Chilling strike by Hullet. I think the Oppo just got a hand to it, and he couldn't keep it out. Baresi very unhappy. And they can't believe what's happening to them here, Milan.
We're in total disarray. After they conceded the first goal, they really lost all their organisation, all their shape. And really, it is a dodgy game, relying on the linesman to put his flag up. I think it was a great pass from Mancini, good run from Hullet, well timed. He might have looked offside when he actually received the ball, but I think his run kept him onside.
Magnificent pass that found him from Mancini. And it certainly seems to me that's where he's most effective, Mancini. When he's playing through that kind of ball, he has such awesome vision. Laudrup now, trying to expose Sampdoria at the other end. Terrific game. Sampdoria 3, Milan 2. And this after Milan had taken a 2-0 lead. Donadoni, Baresi. At this stage is an angry man. Panucci. It goes Ivani. Good day too for Roberto Baggio of Juventus. He's got a hat-trick now. They're 4-0 up against Genoa. And that's his 100th goal in Serie A. Ahead now of Mancini. He's got one though today for Sampdoria. This is Mancini now. Vierkevod. Lombardo. Bullets off on another run. Desperate tackle by Maldini.
Yeah, they've lost the place now, Milan. It's a silly tackle. Sampdoria got an opportunity opportunity now getting this ball in the box. Hullet wasn't going anywhere. And Maldini gets a yellow card into the bargain.
10 minutes to go. Sampdoria fans ecstatic with the way their team have come back. They've shown such character. Mancini. Back in by Sacchetti. And David Platt ruled offside. Donadoni. Mancini came hurtling in there. They've really got themselves together in the second half, Sampdoria. Sacchetti. Maldini. Now Platt. Sampdoria will scrap for everything now. Forward by Maldini. There's Lombardo. Baresi into Betharelli. Milan's unbeaten run very much under threat now.
Yeah, good
card for Baresi. Presumably he didn't get one earlier. There were so many.
No, that's a good decision by the referee. Fouls Baresi by picking his opponent up, shaking his hand. He gets away with it all the time. He didn't manage it that time.
By Sacchetti. Shot score coming in. Lecce are 5-1 up at home to Atalanta. Lecce still seeking their first win. I think they're going to get one today. But are Sampdoria going to hold on to win this match? Costa Curta tussling with Hullet. We've seen flashes again today of the rude Hullet, who we've admired so much down the years, Liam.
Yeah, it probably hasn't been his best game we've seen from him, but certainly was a splendid goal, and it could be the match-winning goal. They really didn't get the ball to him in the first half, but that substitution has changed everything. Not so much Bertarelli's contribution, although he has managed to hold the ball up for Sampdoria, but it's Mancini being able to come deep and get on the ball, because they had nobody making passes in the first half at all.
A reminder that Parma, the current leaders, are playing tonight away to Inter, and you can see highlights of that game in a new programme on Channel 4. That's on Tuesday night, called Mezzanotte, means midnight. That's when it goes out, so don't miss that. Highlights from a top match every week from Serie A, and this week it will be that clash of two of the leading sides, Inter at home to Parma. Tuesday night, midnight. Valder up with a long cross in. Massaro was very, very close.
Yeah, that was an opportunity there. Massaro so dangerous in the air. He's not particularly tall. I'd say he's just 5'11", but he does get up really well. He'd be disappointed, really, that he didn't get that on target.
So a reminder to Sampdoria, they haven't won this game yet. Header was from Mancini. Aliuka athletically away. Under pressure from Massaro.
I expected him to pull that down on his chest and flick it over his head, Peter, there, the way he's been playing this one.
Donadoni. Safely into the arms of Aliuka. Massaro, though, has been a menacing figure since coming on. But the action that really counts has been at the other end. Lombardo now to head it on. Chased by Betharelli. 5 minutes left. Panucci. Iacovard. Up by Catanets. Mancini. Looking to open something up again for Sampdoria. Bertarelli. And Platt! Oh, he could have sealed it then, David Platt. Beautiful run, so well timed. Onto the end of the cross. And just over the bar.
Again, we saw Mancini's ability. Slipped Bertarelli down the left. Great cross in, first time cross. And it just came up too high for David.
That's the real strength, though, of David Platt. Those runs, perfectly timed. And very close to a 4th goal for Sampdoria. Amazing to think they were 2-0 down. Lombardo, that's not far away. Some goal that would have been. Reminiscent of Pele and Maradona, that one. Even Liam Brady, maybe.
I'm not too sure. I think he was trying to put that in the back of the stand, Peter, wasn't he? Waste some time.
More than likely. I was taking the less cynical view. Such excitement now in Genoa.
Well, the Milan players are, it's like a hot potato now to the ball to them. They can't control it, they can't pass it. Sampdoria players are closing them down, as Milan were closing the Sampdoria players down in the first half. It's contrasting the two halves is amazing.
Well, Fabio Capello, the coach of Milan, will be bitterly disheartened by the way his team have let things slide. Yeah, that's the message from Lombardo. Calm it all down. Orlando is going to come on now for Milan. Donadoni, the player being replaced. And of course, if it stays this way, then Juventus, who are leading comfortably 4-0 up at home to Genoa, they will have 15 points. So will Sampdoria at the top. Parma on 14, who play tonight, and Milan back on 14. Laudrup. Milan haven't given it up yet. Just too many defenders, though, for Laudrup to take on. Mastakirta. Sampdoria edging their way towards victory.
He's got a lot to answer for, Costa Curta. I think that was very unnecessary, the foul on Mancini for the penalty that let Sampdoria equalise.
Yes, Simone. Solid defending, though, by Manini. Just 2 minutes left. The flag's up against Roodhullet. Orlando has to fetch it. Costa Curta. Panucci. The Sampdoria fans already whistling. They want this to end now. Up by Manini. Looked like a push then on David Platt. Indeed there was from Boban, who has somewhat drifted out of the game, really, Liam, hasn't he?
Yes, Boban and Albertini haven't really been in the game the second half. They controlled it first half. They were getting the ball wide to Laudrup, wide to Donadoni. And that goal from Catanec, who had done very little prior to that, has changed the complexion of the game. I think they're going to waste some time now by taking Mancini off, and he'll get a great ovation from the crowd because he's turned this game round.
Well, he looks exhausted, and well, he might be. Just a word of encouragement in the ear of Serena, who comes on for the last few seconds. Mancini, the instigator of Sampdoria's recovery. Maldini. Milan free kick. Baresi. Almost into injury time. Lombardo in the way. Safely through to Paliuca. That'll waste a few more seconds. Catanets let it run through. Header out by Baresi. In goes Platt. He's been penalised.
I thought that was harsh there. I thought Platt made a good challenge. Referee was hasty to give a free kick there.
Into time added on. Brackley with the free kick. Orlando. Milan desperate now. And who would have thought it at half-time? Orlando. The second week in succession, Sampdoria have come from behind in such determined fashion. And it's given us a really dramatic game from Genoa. Just got a touch then off the head of Lombardo, I think. Orlando. This is Costa Curta. On by Panucci. Serena to whack it away. Off goes Hullet. Shove on Baresi. I bet Baresi's heart was pounding away there as he saw Hullet herring towards him. Liam Brady shaking his head, no foul.
If you think the forwards are good at Italy and diving, Baresi's past master.
Well, that's good control by Ivani. Upfield by Platt. Here's Hullet, Bertarelli, and Catanets. Gave that away carelessly, though. Laudrup. Back off Manini. Down goes the head of Laudrup. And maybe Milan's last chance has gone. Lombardo. 2 minutes of injury time. Orlando's tackle.
Yeah, I think you'll see Sampdoria throw this ball into the corner now and keep it. If the referee doesn't blow before that, 3 minutes.
And just to confirm, if it stays this way, it's the first time in 73 games that Milan haven't been either top or joint top. 73 games. Such has been their domination of the Italian league.
Oh, it's amazing that this fantastic run, I suppose, had to come to an end.
But what it does do, Liam, is to point out that a third successive championship for them certainly isn't a foregone conclusion.
Absolutely not. I think we were all very impressed how they played in the first half, but I did say that up front they seemed to lack a bit of weight. Simoni and Savesovic didn't really do it, and I think they'll be looking for Van Basten to get back quickly.
Strength shown again by Hullet. He's won the free kick. What a superb acquisition he is proving to be for Sampdoria. I can't believe that anyone at Milan actually believed that Ruud Hullet was past it. Bertarelli! Tremendous save by Yelpo. As Bertarelli sneaked in. Well, that would have made absolutely certain. But it's over now, and Sampdoria have completed a remarkable comeback. As Yelpo saved right at the death. Didn't matter in the end. Sampdoria have won by 3 goals to 2, and the celebrations will go on long into the night. 2 down at half-time. And then the comeback began with Catanets' goal, then Mancini with a penalty, and finally Ruud Hullet to put the seal on what they will look back on as a famous victory.
This is the first goal again. Good ball in from Hullet. Catanets is very tall, managed to get himself in the box, just a flick off the top of his head and finish in the corner of the net. That changed the whole game. More urgency into Sampdoria's play. The Milan team, they lost their shape, they lost their organisation, and here's the penalty coming up now. Tug on Mancini here by Costa Curta. There it is. Had to be a penalty. Needless.
Well, it was definitely a tug. Whether Mancini was held back in quite that fashion, I would doubt. But he pulled his shirt. He pulled his shirt.
There was no need for it. But Baresi was goal side.
He slotted that one away very comfortably indeed, Roberto Mancini. And that was 2-2.
Well, Hullet made the first goal, Mancini scored a second one. And the third one was a combination between the pair of them. Great little chip. I think Costa Curta had gulled on. Had him onside. Number 5 had him onside. No doubt about it. Great finish. Great ball from Mancini. I'll say he's a happy man tonight.
Well, the euphoria of Sampdoria and the dismay of Milan, but there was no flag from the linesman. Very hard to see. But I reckon you're right, Costa Curta played him on. Not a bad finish though from Hullet, was it?
Well, we've seen him do that so many times before, mainly in a Milan shirt. But what a tremendous season he's having for Sampdoria. And to beat Milan today and go joint top of the league, well, Hullet will be a very, very happy man, as I say, tonight.
Well, a breathtaking second half as Sampdoria go on to win by 3-2. Let's hear again from James Richardson with Joe Jordan.
Well, up here in the presentation box, I think it's fair to say we are all over Twitter. 38 games, an Italian record. Milan had gone without losing on the road, and 3-2. In fact, just the way we predicted at half-time, Joe.
Well, that's football for you, isn't it? They're 2-0 up, not got a fear in the world. And then to get that first goal against them, and I think that obviously was the most important one. There was a number of Milan players claiming for offside, and to be honest, I'd like another look at it because it is an important part of the game, that particular goal.
Well, Milan, in fact, had a very bitter argument all this week with Juventus about the penalty with which they had a draw with Milan last Sunday night. I suspect there's going to be a lot of very bitter comments by Milan after the first two Sampdoria goals today. Yeah,
as you say, there was an inquest last week regarding the goal that Baggio got. And to be truthful, I thought it was a penalty. Today I'd need to have another look at it. I think all the pressing that Sampdoria were doing there, I think they were looking for something to happen, and Mancini got it.
Well, I think whatever the doubts over the penalty or even the offside, you have to say that a phenomenal display of character. I can't remember the last time that a side came back from 2 goals down against Milan. Let's now go to Peter Brackley for the full-time scores.
Just to run through them then, it's Cagliari 2, Torino 1, Foggia 1, Cremonese 1, Juventus have won by 4-0 at home to Genoa. Lazio 2, Udinese 1, Lecce, their first win of the season, 5-1 against Atalanta. Piacenza 1, Napoli 1, Reggiana 0, Roma 0, and of course Sampdoria beating Milan then by 3-2. Tonight it's Inter against Parma, and don't forget you can see highlights of that on Tuesday night, our new programme, Mezzanotte. At the top of the table, Juventus and Sampdoria are level then on 15 points, followed by Parma on 14. That could change tonight. Milan on 14, Inter on 12. And that programme then is at midnight on Tuesday. It's called Mezzanotte, and it'll be highlights of a top match every week from Serie A. So don't miss that, a new feature for you on Channel 4. But for now, from Liam Brady and myself, Peter Brackley, a very good afternoon to you.
The mystery train takes Jim Jarmusch to Memphis.
Oh, where am I? Jerry Lee Lewis.